Welcome to Artistry Collaborative. My name is Joanne and I am so happy you joined me today. We got a lot to get to, so I'm going to get right on it. I have another mini craft haul. Dollar Tree is just knocking it out of the park, and where I am it's still $1, so I'm really trying to take advantage of it. But so much Easter stuff, it's crazy. So I wanted to show you some things that I picked up. So we're going to do a wreath with these. So I never pick these up, but it's really pretty. So if you see them, pick them up. You need 4 packages. I also got these because I think I may use the bunny face in making the bunny wreath. I don't know, but really cute. And they come with 2 treat bags, so they're adorable. I like these because I can paint them and decorate them the way I want. Of course, they have them in glitter and they have them all different kinds, but I like the styrofoam ones. I did manage to get 2 of these. I got the white ones last year. I don't know if you remember, but if you go into my catalog, I decorated them really cute. So we have a pair of these, and we're going to do something different with those. And oh my god, I don't need it, but it's just too cute. And like my daughter says, it's so soft. It's it's adorable. They come in the teal, the purple, and I think there's a pink too. I only got one. I was conservative. These are the Styrofoam Bunnies. We're going to make some chocolate bunnies, so if you see them, pick them up. Great deal. And I got the frame. I think this is what we're going to put. We're going to put this bunny in there, I think. I don't know. Definitely want these for a wreath that we're going to do. These are so stinking adorable. This dollhouse furniture is just so cute. I will paint it so that it doesn't look like it's plastic, but it'll go in a little shadow box or who knows, some kind of fairy garden thing, but adorable. And then I got the larger one. We're going to need this because we're going to be making a topiary, turning this little guy into a boxwood. I'm going to try a boxwood bunny. This just is perfect the way it is, but hello. I think they had this last year. I may already have one. I don't know. I haven't gotten my Easter stuff out yet, but yeah. Then they have these. I love them. I don't like that they're all going the same way. So we will do a DIY with these, but I'm going to switch this around to the other side. Yeah. So, if you love gnomes, you cannot resist this. And I love magic and Merlin and all that. I got 2 of those. And they come in smaller ones too, which I also found. So, and then they have these, you know, very simple to decorate. You could put glitter, you could put paint, you could put so many things. Great for the kitties. I found this, so I thought, we'll play. The triple egg, so awesome. Oh, here's the little guy. So here's the big one, and here's the little one. This one stands, this one hangs. So cute. Oh, and the bunny lights, because I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I really like them. So I don't do a lot of craft hauls on here, but Dollar Tree hauls, but if I do, I usually focus on the crafts because that's what I'm here for. But at Artistry Collaborative, we like to do all things creative. I love to inspire creativity in everyone, and I want to help you along the way. So if you're new to my channel and you like what you see, please click that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, share on your social media, and to my subscribers, well, you know I love you. Today we're going to do 3, well, we're hitting the birds and the bees. So we have 3 DIYs, so stay tuned, and as we always say, let's get going and create these together. Okay, so this is just a scrap piece of wood. I liked it because it had this angle. Again, it's from my brother-in-law, and I loved it. So This was inspired by, I believe her name is Caitlin with a K. I think it's Creations by Caitlin or Caitlin's Creations. So I was inspired by something that she did. It's not exactly what she did, but yeah, we're going to create this little birdhouse scenario. So this I got in the woods and I cut it down with my miter box, and so you know, I sanded this, I stained this with the folk art antique wax, and then I cut down different levels of these this branch, and I have different birdhouses, and so these are all going to go on here. So what I did, I was going to just do 2 because that's what she did, but then I like 3, so I'm drilling holes in here, and I have a hole in here so that the screw will go underneath. Now I want this to be really secure, and so that's why I'm screwing it in. But you could E6000 this, you could hot glue it. I don't really recommend that because it's not going to stay really well. But E6000 and then just let it sit overnight, that would work too. But I'm going to drill holes and then attach these in here. And then I also took, these are from the Dollar Tree, and Caitlin's has it like this, but I'm going to put them in the back and on the side. So I took, it came with a hanger, I took the hanger off and I painted this with Waverly chalk white paint. I'm going to distress it with some of the antiquing. We'll, you know, dry brush it a little bit. But if you don't find these, you could easily, and it'd be much cheaper if you made them with popsicle sticks. So you could take the large popsicle sticks. You could just easily make a picket fence. Like that. Yeah. And then glue it like that. So you could make your own. But I had these and I wanted to use them. So let me go ahead and drill this and drill these in, and then I'll show you what I do with the birdhouses. So these are the 3 birdhouses, and so what I did is I found 3 different papers that coordinated fairly well. So one is this gingham. You probably can't see it, but it's a off-white on a pink print, and then I have this floral. So I'm going to I already started with this one, and the way I just get a piece of paper and fold it in there and then trim it and make a pattern, and then I cut it out from my scrap paper. So I'm just using tacky glue. Now you could use Mod Podge if you like, or Elmer's glue, but tacky glue is, I got a lot of it and it really holds really well. So I just put that down. And for the front, I put it on, and then I saw where the little dowel was, and then just line that up like So on this guy, I cut up some of those extra large tongue depressors, and we're going to hot glue them on here. And then I'm going to paint it with the Waverly chalk paint in moss. So I just want to make sure. I don't know. So we're going to have to see. So what I'm going to do is put 2 across. And then I'm going to cut one in half. So that we can stagger them. Like so. And then this will go here. I did want to pop on to show you that I was putting these on the wrong way. Before I was doing it like this, but in order for it to have that scallop look, it has to go this way. But then now I don't like that this looks so rough, so I'm just going to take regular popsicle sticks and go like so, so that it looks cleaner. Yeah. Yeah. And it just finishes it really nice. Now we'll just take the paint. So we're going to just do the roof, and I'm also going to do the bottom and then this bottom too. So I started to paint them individually, and yeah, don't have the patience. So I'm going to put them on, and I just wanted to show you how I do this. I just let them hang over a little bit, and then put the glue on the edge. Just line that up. Now what I do think I'm going to do is paint them line by line, so I can get into all the nooks and crannies. And then I'm just going to go back, and now we're going to go in between the ones we just did. Okay, so this is what the tall one looks like, and I dry brushed it with the same cashew color, and then this is the pistachio shells, and after I put the sides on, I did that. And then these are just hearts, and I did them upside down. Now, you know me, plain just doesn't work with me. So you get these from the Dollar Tree, and I have a ton of them, and I'm like, maybe I could use those. So what I did is I just took my X-Acto knife and I just cut out the centers. This one had the little birds on it, so I try to keep that. This one is a clock, but it just had two hands in there, so that was very easy. But you just go in with your X-Acto knife, and I guess I'm gonna have to then I go in with a emery board, just try to take off the little hairs, and then I'm just going to put that like that, see? Now you could paint these to match, but I kind of like the look, the dark, picks up the bottom of the stand. And you've got that, right? So cute. Alright, so now we're finally going to attach these buggers. So, again, I'm going to use E6000, but you could use the hot glue. We're going to take this and load it up. I'm also going to put the sides on. So I'm going to put the E6000 on here, but I'm going to put a bead of hot glue just to keep it in place. And then just line it up like so. We're going to wait and get this to dry, and then we'll come back and fill it with some florals and some birds. Yeah, loving it. Now we get to play. So I have this, I got this from Hobby Lobby. And I'm just going to wind it around the fence. And I went through my stash, picked out some flowers, and greens that I thought would complement. And I got a couple of birds. So, yeah. Now these I got at the Dollar Tree too, and to get twice as much from my buck, I cut them in half, and I'm just going to randomly put them in places so that there's little bits of green, but there's also places to put the flowers. So I'm not going to glue, I'm going to glue this down here and here, but the rest can stay. pieces of, I buy this by the roll at Joann's or Michael's when it's on sale, but it's just a sheet moss, and I'm just gonna do little bits and pieces here and there on the houses, just to give it a little bit more of that natural look. Alright, so to cut these, I take my clay razor, and I just like so. I need to peel this. Look at this very thin piece of paper on the back of this one. So I'm just getting that ready. I'm waiting for my heat gun, my glue gun to heat up. You could also, if you don't want to use the sheet moss, you could use reindeer moss that you can get at Dollar Tree. Then, like, I have some greens, I have some yellows, just to pick up the colors in here. This is blue, I don't think that's going to go. I like this, goes with that really well. And then here's my birds. So we got to figure out where the birds are going to go. We're going to sit this one right there. It fills in the gaps if there's any mistakes too. So I kind of like that idea of using some of this. And I just think it makes it look like it's been out in the elements a bit. Added a light element. So again, I get these from Amazon. I buy like 25 at a time. They're less than $1 a piece, and I just love it because it's got this very small battery pack. So I'm going to wrap this around here a little bit. this, and next we're on to the bees. Right, so we're taking one of these Dollar Tree houses, and I just happened to open up my email today, and I subscribed to the graphics, what is it called? The fairy graphics? Pretty sure it's fairy graphics. And it's free, and they had this beehive picture. So I thought, okay, we'll put that in the back, because I was just going to put like a shiplap paper, but we'll use this instead. So I copied it on my printer, and now it's a little thinner than the house. Alright, I'm going to cut this out. It's very vintagey, I love it. And so we will Mod Podge this in here. Because this is so bold, I'm afraid that it might show through. Maybe not. Alright. So we'll take our Mod Podge. Actually, I'm going to tacky glue that in. Showing, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in there with jute and every once in a while I'm going to put a little bit of glue just to secure it a little bit more, but not all the way. I'm not sure why the top is being more difficult. But it is, so I'm going to cut it. And I'm going to piece it. So some of that thick rope that I had, I think I may put that in here. About finishing this up, and I wanted to show you the difference. I like this one so much more. It's the thicker twine, and so I got to the top, and what I'm going to do is just circle back like so, I think that looks so much better than that. It's smaller, and I like it so much more. Okay, so these are beads from the Dollar Tree, and we're going to make our own bees. Now, you can buy buttons that are in the shape of bees if you don't want to do this, but so what we're going to do is just take a permanent marker and color the smaller beads in black. Alright. Okay, so the reason why I changed it up, because now we're going to use these little hearts as their wings, and I'm going to paint them white. So this is what we have so far. And this, I'm just going to outline it with the black marker. And then I'm just going to run some lines through it, like that. And then I'm going to take, you could take wire, this is one of those ties. And so I'm just going to snip it, the bead, like that. If you want to get fancy, you could curl this. And then, well, I guess I should turn it this way. And then I'm just going to put some glue in here. Alright. Now what I am going to do is blast the heat gun because I want to get this glue off. There seems to be a lot of glue. So I glued a Jenga block to the back, and we're going to put this out here like this. So we're going to put that like that. We're going to put a little bumblebee here. Oh, and to make the entrance, here, because this is a thatched roof, I'm going to make another thatched roof. So I'm going to get some raffia. Okay, so here's my raffia, and what I'm going to do is just cut like this. And put a bead like that. Just try to fill it in. Oops. And I'm just going to trim it there, and then use this to fill it in. So here is the raffia, and I added some grass down here, and as always I have to like embellish a little bit, so we're going to use a little bit of greenery. I think my glue gun has died, but I'm going to put that up there, and we're going to maybe put this like that. Quick and easy. Alright, and on to DIY number 3. Okay, so like I told you before, I love these. They're called wall shelves, but I just love them. So I took one of these, and I took a piece of this scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby, and I glued that on. And now I have 2 of the popsicle sticks, and I'm going to use my folk art antique wax and color those, and then we'll glue those on. And then I have this is actually the bottom of a one of those Christmas trees, so I'm going to antique wax that, and that's going to go there, and then this is going to go there, and we're going to make a birdhouse shelf. So let me antique wax this, and I'll be back. So I stained and put that up. This is all hot glue. Then I thought I would add some grass down here. So I cut a piece, and we're just going to hot glue. Let's see, do we have enough to go over the sides? No, not really. Alright, so do this. Alright, and then this is a little, I made this, but you can get a, nest anywhere. It's kind of big for this, but that's okay. So we're just going to put some hot glue on here. Oops. And we're going to put this, right like that. Yeah. And now it needs some eggs. I have the bird. The bird will sit here. Yeah. The bird will sit there. Okay, that's not on there good enough. Alright, so I wanted blue speckled eggs. So I have this, this is called Lagoon. It's a bright blue. And I'm going to paint the styrofoam eggs I got from the Dollar Tree. And then we're going to speckle them. So this, I'm going to take a little bit of this antique wax, and I'm going to add some water to make it very watery. And then normally I would use a toothbrush, but I think this will work. And then you just run your finger big, that's a big egg for that little bird. That might not be the bird. So I wasn't really loving this yet, so I put some greenery up here, and we're trading it out for this bird that I found, God only knows where. But we're going to use the same blue as we did on the eggs, and we're going to add some green on the belly, and we're going to try to paint this little guy to look as realistic as we can. And then I think I'm just going to have this say hello, because it could be out year round, you know? Alright, so let's find a brush. Where's the brush I just used for this? Well, let's overall paint it with this is the Lagoon. I picked this up, I'm sure it was like 50 cents, and had no idea when and how I would ever use it, and it was in my jar of birds, and it was such a pain because it was so big. So I'm happy that I found a use for it, and I do think I really like the size of it. That makes more sense. Let's see. Alright, so what I'm going to do is make the belly like a green, and then maybe I'm going to go back with the Lagoon and paint. So I tell you to play. You know, you go in with an idea, but you don't know how it's gonna change. This is a deep, deep teal. There is an eye already here. Shouldn't be that difficult. Yeah. And now we have to do the beak. but I'm gonna keep it. Alright, so I'm gonna add a little bit of greenery over here. Actually, let's put the bird up there first. Greenery. And then we're going to put hello. Yeah. Cute. Alright. So, thank you so much for tuning in. If you have not become a subscriber and you like what we do here, please hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate if people left comments and shared this and gave it a thumbs up, because it really helps to improve my channel. I'm so grateful for you, and I want to keep bringing you new and fun projects, and yeah, just very excited. So thank you so much, and as we say at Artistry Collaborative, keep on creating. And here you go, our introduction to spring. I hope you enjoyed these DIYs. I really loved creating them with you.